My name is Bob McLaughlin. I'm a founding partner and member of the Hart, McLaughlin, and Eldridge law firm in Chicago, Illinois. We specialize in civil litigation with a focus on jury trials and appellate work. I became involved in this case essentially immediately after it happened. Unfortunately, our deceased client, Ora Childs, left one adult son who survived her, and after the fire, he contacted my law firm immediately. This case involved a very unfortunate incident where our deceased client, Ora Childs, an 81-year-old former Chicago public school system teacher, died in a fire in her apartment on Chicago's South Side. It is not known for certain what started the fire, but the defendant's theory of the case was that Ms. Childs, who was a smoker, fell asleep with a lit cigarette in her bedroom, causing the fire. The case was about the fact that the owner of the 25-story high-rise and its property management company failed to install a single smoke detector within her apartment unit. And because she did not have a single smoke detector installed in her unit, she wasn't alerted to the fire, and therefore she wasn't able to escape her apartment unit in time to survive the fire. One of the initial obstacles was, of course, determining, number one, what caused this fire, as we call it, a cause and origin analysis. And then secondarily, determining who was liable for the fire and for Ms. Childs' death. Because her apartment was essentially completely destroyed in the fire, one of the main obstacles was analyzing and inspecting her unit and the apartment complex, and to sift through all of the destroyed remnants of her unit to determine whether or not there was a working smoke detector in her unit at the time of the fire. So that was one of the challenges we had with this case, was putting together the chronology or the timeline of events through piecing together testimony from other residents, from phone records and phone logs, calls to the front desk, security personnel, and then calls to the fire department. We were able to put together a chronology which we believe accurately set forth the timeline of events. We used two types of experts in this case. Number one, we used a fire safety systems expert on the liability portion of the case. And then number two, we used a forensic pathologist on the damages portion of the case to testify about the conscious pain and suffering that Ora Childs unfortunately went through when she was awake in her unit after the fire started, and then ultimately died of thermal burns to her body and carbon monoxide poisoning. And we believe with DK Global's help in building out the 3D animation, that was a very persuasive argument, and another reason why the defendants wanted to settle this case before trial and not ever let that argument on punitive damages get to a jury. After we settled the case for $5 million, our client, Malcolm Hardman, the only surviving son of Ora Childs, was certainly happy that he got some measure of accountability from the defendants for what they failed to do. The advantage that using state-of-the-art 3D animations gives us as trial attorneys is that it really helps to bring your case and your clients to life. Attorneys that don't use 3D animations certainly have a more difficult time simply trying to explain a situation to a jury where there is no live eyewitness accounts or there is no video, whereas the 3D animations help the jury see for themselves what actually happened during these events.